Hi, it's Mike. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at some more data on the housing market nationally and in the greater Phoenix area. So this article by Redfin, home sales fall to new 30-year low as mortgage rates remain elevated. Some areas again are being hurt more than others. It says right here, sales volume for existing homes previously projected to grow slightly this year compared to 2024 is now expected to fall 1.5% to just 4 million transactions. That would be the slowest year for existing homes since 1995. It says right here, in regions like the South and the West, inventory gains have been more substantial, but affordability constraints continue to weigh on demand. Meanwhile, the Northeast and Midwest remain tighter markets with relatively steadier buyer activity. Now, we're seeing that a lot of people are migrating out of some of the areas that they recently moved to, like Florida, Texas. Even some of my clients headed back to Chicago, back to the Midwest. Now, I'm from Chicago, and I tell you, I could never go back. To me, I call it Hellinoy. I could never live there again. Once you experience the Arizona weather, you can't go back to that. Now it says right here, new construction and home ownership rates seen declining. After a slow spring for the new housing construction, the latest forecast also delivers a sharp downward revision to residential construction projects through 2025. And what we're seeing right now with permits in the greater Phoenix area is the builders are planning on building less. So they're going to try to stem this off, so to speak, stem the bleeding off by not building for a while. So what'll happen is we'll go into an inventory glut for a while where we're getting new inventory now. Then we're going to go down into a slowdown on the inventory down the road with the new homes, with the builders, and then we'll probably go back up. Rental prices right now throughout the Phoenix Valley, throughout the nation, have been dropping for the most part. This is another article in Trends on Redfin. It says the housing markets where homes are selling below asking price. And again, it's related to the South and the West, areas where housing market has been sluggish in recent months due to a combination of surging supply and decreasing buyer demand. It says sellers in these markets often list their homes at higher prices than the market can bear and being forced to adjust when they don't sell quickly as they hope for. And I see that in the market all the time. I'm literally seeing most of my clients want to price their homes about $50,000 to $100,000 more than they're worth. And then we just have to see how the market goes. But right now, the homes that are really selling are homes that are move-in ready. They're clean, they're staged, the repairs are done, and there's just more and more people every day. 1 out of every 5 buyers right now is backing out of a transaction in the greater Phoenix area and throughout the country, about 1 in 7. It says right here, additionally, Phoenix stood out for having the nation's highest absolute number of delistings, people taking their homes off the market, as many local sellers opted to take their homes off the market rather than compromise on their asking price in a climate where buyers' weariness is fueled by economic uncertainty and elevated mortgage rates. Buyers are nervous right now. People are putting their financial security on the line to be able to go into some of these homes, and everybody's afraid of a crash where they're remembering what happened back in 2010, 2008, and they don't want to go through that. Right now, it's just probably not going to happen as much as people would want it to happen. I think prices are definitely going to continue to come down, but hopefully mortgage rates are going to come down and re-stimulate the economy. So that's probably coming in the next 12 to 24 months. Another place it's talking about in here is Austin, Texas. It says Austin, Texas is in the same boat as Denver and Phoenix, owing it to surging inventory, which climbed nearly 70% compared to 2019 norms. Austin had all those people move from California down to Austin. It was going to be the new tech hub. A lot of Californians didn't fit in too well with some of the Texas values. A lot of them ended up moving back. And again, who knows where AI is going to displace people down the road. Right here too, it says Tampa, Florida, and Dallas, Texas ranked 4th and 5th respectively for their share of for sale homes offering discounts, topping 30% for both metros. I always like to take a look during the weekend, see what's doing open houses and see where the market's going, see where the other homes are discounting. We can go in here to Zillow, take this particular house right here. Now it's showing a 6-bedroom, 4-bath house, and it's saying they had a price cut of $39,000. It's $299,000. The thing is, for years, everyone, we did not have any homes in the Phoenix market under $300,000, and most of them weren't even under $400,000. And now we're starting to see in certain areas of town where the discounts are coming down, the prices are heading back down to pre-pandemic levels in some areas. So here's a property right here. It's listed at $699,000. They had a $25,000 price reduction. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath, 1962 square feet. It's in Scottsdale with the Phoenix. It's really a Scottsdale address. Phoenix Public Services. It's a popular zip code 85254. So we can see it last sold for $154,900 back in 1998. Now, when you have that big of a discrepancy, normally there's going to be a lot of remodeling or a couple remodels that have happened in the property. But they put the property on 4/5 of 25 for $790,000, 403 a square foot. Then the next month on the 14th, they dropped it to 549. So they had a $40,000 price reduction. Then, still on the market, 6/28 of 25, they dropped it to 724,000. And now on 7/11 of 2025, they dropped it to 699. And now we're down to $350 per square foot. The reason they're able to do that is because they have a ton of equity. And that's part of the situation that we're seeing right now, is where these sellers have a lot of equity. They're shooting for the sky on the prices back to the 21, 22 prices when interest rates were low and prices were high, and that's what they're trying to get out of their home. The problem is, the longer this home sits on the market, the more it's going to go down in price. I mean, it's just the way it works. It's like a loaf of bread at the grocery store. It sits on the shelf for so long, and then it's going to expire. They have to put it out and discount the price to move it off the shelf. The same thing happens to a home. When people see on Zillow, Redfin, and the other websites that it's been on the market for a while, sorry, price is going down. Here's another one on Zillow. They had a $14,000 price reduction. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1797 square foot home. Zip code is 85259. This is in Phoenix. Looks like they have a nice pool. I mean, it's a pretty standard home for Phoenix. It was last listed in March 6th of 2018 for $282,000. It sold back in 2018 for $279,000, no big discount. It was listed on 6/19 of 2025 for $449,000. Now, it's only $250 a foot, which is pretty low for the greater Phoenix area, but that's what that particular part of town narrates as far as square footage, and the home didn't even sell. So now they dropped it to $435,000 on 7/13 of 2025, and the home is still not selling. So overall, we're still seeing the market kind of go sideways. There's certain parts of the valley that are different than others. In another video, I'm going to talk about this, but some of the realtor.com and some of the other websites, their data is way off. I was recently showing a home in North Scottsdale, 85262 zip code. Redfin or Realtor.com, one or the other, they said that the average days on market in that zip code were 69 days. So I went into the MLS and I looked at the data for the last 30 days. Days on market in that community or that zip code were 130. That's a big difference. So when people look at the stuff online and they're not getting accurate information, and then I have to go talk to them, or maybe I'm showing a home and my clients ask, how many days has this been on the market? Has it been 30 days, 15 days? People normally that are in the market and ready, willing, and able to buy right now, when a home comes on and they're serious buyers, they want to go look at the home right away. People that are coming into town different parts of the year, it's different for them. Right now, it's summer here in Phoenix. It's hotter than heck, and a lot of people are not looking to buy a home. Kids are going to start going back to school now, so people with children are going to have to be settled into where they're at, and a lot of people that are renting right now are going to stay put. Thanks for watching. Take a look at some of our other videos. Check out our website at www.soldbysmitty.com. Have a great day.